Welcome to the Friday devotional. John Miller here. And fall is in the air and I'm loving it, aren't you? I can just feel it coming out of the hundreds into the 90s, into the 70s at night. It's wonderful. We are at a seventh installment of wisdom from the book of Proverbs. And so I want to take you there. And the subject today is, are you making wise decisions? Have you made wise decisions? Have you made horrible decisions? And why did you make that horrible decision? Well, we all have. We've all made decisions that we regret. Some we can fix perhaps, some are unfixable. And there are many reasons that we make poor decisions. Proverbs speaks to this in a number of passages, and so I just want to read them and make a few comments. 19, verse 20 says, "Listen to advice and accept discipline, and in the end you will be wise." Listen to advice and accept discipline. And of course it says to do that, an imperative, because often we don't listen to advice and we don't accept discipline. It's just a way of, I think the fallen nature is to go ahead and make a decision without getting proper advice, thinking that we have all of the information we need, perhaps, or we don't need any more information because we want to make this decision. 15:22 says, "Without consultation, plans are frustrated, but with many counselors, they succeed." So being impulsive can cause many regrets. And I know in my life there have been times where I made decisions that I regretted, and one of the reasons is because I really didn't want contrary advice. I wanted to make this decision, do this thing, perhaps purchase something or sell something. In this case, what's going on in my mind is I sold my entire coin collection that I had spent thousands of hours in as a young person growing up. And so when I got married, we were in a tight spot financially. And without talking to my dad, who had a vast collection himself that was, by the way, stolen, but I didn't get his counsel. I'm not even sure I talked to my wife. I just went down and took my collection and turned it in, and that's one of the great regrets of my life. Why didn't I do that? Sometimes we want something so bad that we don't want to hear a negative. We don't want to hear a no. We just want to do it. And certainly that was my problem at that particular point. Proverbs 21:5 says, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to advantage, but everyone who is hasty comes surely to poverty." So yes, there are investments that we make that we can regret because we listened to advice and it was slick, and it was make your decision now. You've got to make that decision right now. And if you don't, you'll lose out. And so without consulting others, we think we know. And so we go ahead and make that decision. And really often it ends up being the wrong decision. So this is the need that we have. There's victory in an abundance of counselors, and we need the humility and the willingness and the understanding that we may not have all the facts. We may think we know what the right thing to do is, but we need to be patient, to wait, and again, that's the word impulsive. And I struggle even today, having maybe not learned some lessons in my life. Struggle with just making a hasty decision without, let's say, consulting my wife or consulting other people who are wise. It might be in a purchase of a car, might be in a large purchase of something in that way. And we just, in a sense, don't want to hear anything else. 16:3 says, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and your plans will succeed. And so I believe that committing to the Lord is praying to Him and asking for His wisdom. But along with that, because it's His whole counsel, that means we talk to other people who have a perspective, perhaps an unhindered perspective or an objective perspective that they can give us. And really, to me, that's seeking out the wisdom of God that we're learning from other wise people. But commit to the Lord whatever you do. And I think if we turn it into a spiritual kind of thing, we're more apt to look at it more broadly and more humbly, and then make that decision with greater wisdom. So those are just some thoughts on this subject. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.